Pete Sundheim was an assistant football coach at Liberty for 23 years. Today, his son Petey can be found on that same sideline. And that's a miracle in and of itself. In 1983, Petey was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. The doctor said if he'd come one day later, he would have been stillborn. By 19 months, when Petey wasn't developing as quickly as other children, friends urged his parents to take him to see a developmental pediatrician.
And he looks at him, and all he had to do was let him come kind of pull himself up. And he said, well, I'm going to give you 2 words. And one of them is spastic. And I kind of knew that. And then the doctor said cerebral palsy. And then I was a train wreck.
But then the doctor would add some words of encouragement.
Now listen, he'll be able to do everything he wants to do. It's just going to take him a while.
Petey would indeed participate in all kinds of activities. And whatever he did, whether playing sports with his siblings, or riding in horse shows, or even singing, he demonstrated a tenacity to live life at full throttle.
He has a will of iron. He knows what he wants when he gets an opportunity to do something.
He's used CP to the positive aspect, when people want to give him a break. He don't want a break. He didn't want a break.
Like
he just jumps into the whatever going on, whatever needs to be done, and he doesn't take a back seat. He's best way to say he's tough as nails.
And growing up in a coach's family, Petey brings a game day attitude to everything he does.
Every day, game day. Game day moment, your school, your job.
Game day has always been just a huge mantra in our world, and we've learned over the years, especially with him, that you can have a game day moment in anything you do.
Game day moment is a life.
But perhaps the quality that best exemplifies Petey is his ability to be everyone's friend.
He doesn't know a stranger. He's very outgoing. He loves people, and he wants to be in your life.
What's up, Petey? One of Petey's new friends is Apollo Waits. Apollo's dad, Dino, joined the Liberty coaching staff in 2023, and Petey has taken Apollo under his wing as the two work as equipment managers for a local high school football team.
He's a man, and he actually gets to have a direct impact on my son. And so that's kind of important. That's the kind of people that I would love for my son to be around. He's getting to be around Petey, and Petey's getting to show him, some, I think, important attributes to be a great young man. And I'm excited that my son is around somebody like Petey.
When I think of Petey, I think of that scripture that says the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many. That is how Petey has lived. He has lived a life of serving others.
And Petey's attitude of service can also be seen on Saturdays in the fall. The Flames will take a timeout. Didn't like the look, they'll talk about it. Timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. If you've been to a Flames football game over the past few years, you've seen him in action, holding the countdown clock on the field during TV timeouts. When Petey was asked to do this job, there was no hesitation.
Wow. Wow.
He loves that position. He loves to be down there on the field. He says, Mom, I know all the refs, and I'm really quiet. I'm so quiet. I just watch.
But sadly, this season concluded Petey's last on the LU sideline, as his family is now moving to North Carolina. Those who have been blessed to know him will miss his smile, his positivity, his friendship, but most importantly, his commitment to Christ.
God is everything, my whole life. I almost dead.
And it's that relationship, not cerebral palsy, that continues to define Petey Sundheim.
You could see
Every day, game day.